Hi, this is Pranav Thakurta from EDU TV. From Principal's favorite program, it's a matter of principle. Today, our guest is Mrs. Geeta Varshneya. Mrs. Geeta Varshneya, Education Director, Shri Global School, Greater Noida West, an educationist who believes that every human being wants to reach his full potential and be recognized for the same. Education should facilitate this journey. Ma'am, you're always close to our heart because the first career fair we did in your school at Saibabad.
True,
Ma'am,
Pranav. Thank you for this opportunity. Yeah.
no, ma'am, you deserve more than this, ma'am. Mrs. Geeta Varshne, we would like to have your advice on how passive and reluctant students can be transformed into active and enthusiastic students. Over to you, Mrs. Varshne.
Thank you, Pranav. So, the effort of the teacher should be that children are active throughout the day in school, because the one who learns has to be doing all the thought and action. Sometimes we joke that who should get tired at the end of the day? The students, not the teachers. Because if they are engaged, they should be the one who should be tired.
Right.
But there is something very serious about our, usage of the five senses in learning. Right from childhood, we are using more of sight and hearing.
Right.
Audio and visual are used more. Suppose I have to recognize something. I would like to see it, or by sound, I would recognize. The other senses are not utilized. So the feel, especially the feel, and because of the less recognition of the feel, a whole lot of problems emerge in our emotional quotient development also. So what we need to do them is to tell them that smell, feel, these are also equally important. And we humans do not nurture these gifts of God. Like the animals, they get to know before an eclipse that it is going to
Very
happen.
true.
It is the feel. It is, every human has those instincts. But since we don't use them from childhood, especially, imagine 14 years of schooling, if you're not using it, then they become dead, they become rusted.
Correct.
But if you ask, the entire evolution process will teach you that whatever gifts the animals have, it is also instinctively there in human beings. So a snake is not having ears, but he gains from vibration.
Right.
Human skin is equally powerful only if we develop that particular gift that we have. So we have to weave our, lessons around activities where we are giving them opportunities, to feel and understand, to hear, and of course, do. A lot of digital happens in classroom. To do it and understand. You see, because these days, till our generation, we used to smell the monsoon and the rain. Now nobody does because of so much of pollution. So we have to, tell them that everything has a smell. Every human being has an aura. The moment a person enters a room, you feel a vibration. So if you are aware of it, you will. And this awareness that I'm talking of, Pranav, there is a research paper I read recently that this awareness also comes to us in waves. So the first wave of awareness of using, these five senses comes to us when we are born. The second wave comes to us when the teething starts. The third comes at puberty, and the fourth one comes at around 21 years of age. And you will find that suddenly children change after this age. So you see, it's very visible that suddenly they become a little more capable. So if we are knowing these things, then we have to weave our teaching, learning around these. And it is not so difficult. It's just thinking about it, what activities we should plan, which will give these learning experiences. It is definitely possible. We experiment in our own schools.
Ma'am, you took me down the memory lane. I still remember when I was young, the monsoon used to come and the smell of soil and the water, ma'am, I still remember now, ma'am.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think that
Absolutely.
I never thought, or no one told me about this. In fact, you took out very important points. The smell, then after teething, you change, after puberty, adolescence age, you change, after 21, you change. I think that's a very important input you have given, a new input. I'm sure everyone will enjoy this and it will be very informative for them. Like my kids, they have not smelled monsoon, ma'am, because everything is concrete.
You can smell anything. You can smell emotions also, Pranav.
Okay.
You can, yes, you can feel, you can smell. The smell of joy is different.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
smell of a tragic, thing happening is different. It's
Right.
just that we don't develop these, gifts properly.
You're very right, ma'am. In tsunami, so many people died, but ma'am, the dogs went off from there a day before.
True.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Varshne. It is always pleasure listening to you, and I really enjoy listening to you always, ma'am. That's why I requested you to come and speak on this topic today. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you,
Look
Pranav.
forward to see you in person soon, ma'am.